Hey guys. So today I want to talk about the Tarantino movies I have in my collection, the films he directed, the films he wrote, and the um, films I consider in my collection, I guess Tarantino adjacent. So I just wanted to go through those, show them off, do a little bit of show and tell like kindergarten, and let's get it popping. All right. So I'll just go with the films he directed first. This is my steel book of Reservoir Dogs, and I really wanted this when it was released because you pull the slip cover off here, and the ear is removed, a la Mr. Blonde, and this is a nice steel book. I've watched this copy once as since I've owned it, but it's pretty nice. Um, I would like to get all of his movies. I wish they would all come out in this like form, like with this design, with some kind of removable slipcover that have to do with the movie, like a Kill Bill one with the crazy 88's like arms coming off or something like that. That'd be funny, but I don't think that's gonna happen. So yeah, that's the Reservoir Dogs. I'll just go through these ones he directed pretty quick. Probably this is the 4K steelbook I got of Pulp Fiction, and I like this cover quite a bit. It's an iconic scene and it's well designed. Um, and I preferred it to that when they put the standard out in 4K. It was just black and white for some reason. They tried to make it look like Sin City with red lipstick and all kinds of shit. Like I don't, that has nothing to do with the movie. Just if you're gonna do that, just leave the poster alone because the poster's classic in itself. Um, but in here, same stuff. And I actually went to the New Beverly Cinema, and I didn't see a movie. I just stopped in real quick, and we chatted with um, the you know ticket takers there, and they had merch. So I bought one of these Big Kahuna Burger air fresheners, and I also got a Rick Dalton Film Festival shirt. Um, but I just keep this air freshener in here to keep my Pulp Fiction fresh. You know. Um, so next I got it's just the standard Jackie Brown here. Standard Blu-ray of it. Haven't gotten the 4K. Really love Jackie Brown, but I just haven't done it. Um, let's see. So yeah, I got the. This is just the standard Kill Bill, Kill Bills, Kill Bills, Kill Bill 1 and 2. I don't know. I don't see myself upgrading that until I really if I upgrade this to 4K, I want it to be the whole bloody affair, and we'll see if that ever happens. Um, I know there's a report of it getting released in theaters, so we'll see. But I do not plan to upgrade these um, to 4K unless it's the whole bloody affair. I just don't really see the point. I heard the difference in the transfers for the 4K seemed kind of marginal. Um, I'm not sure if that had something to do with how it was originally processed, but I just don't. I don't see the point. Blu-ray looks fine. All right. So this is Grindhouse, and I took it out of the slip cover. It has a black slip cover, but it's kind of tore up looking because I bought this used. But this is the theatrical cut of Grindhouse. I did buy. I Amazon was selling this for $7.99, and well, I thought it was this with the theatrical cut of Grindhouse, but what they were really doing was selling Death Proof separate disc and Planet Terror separate disc. So I bought that thinking I was getting the theatrical cut, but it just turned into those two separate cuts, and I was pretty annoyed. But I kept them, and I'm not showing them in this, but I kept them and I printed the separate covers for them, and I stuck them back there because at least then I have the uncut versions of Death Proof and Planet Terror. but I just love the theatrical cut more. If I'm gonna put Grindhouse on any of them, I'm just gonna watch the whole theatrical cut with Planet Terror and Death Proof in their 60-minute form. Um, let's see. So I guess the uh, controversial 4K of Inglourious Bastards. People say that this does not look great. I actually have not watched this since I bought it. I got it like on a sale from Amazon. Figured I'd grab it because I did not have Inglourious Bastards in my collection yet, and I just haven't watched it yet. I mean, I've seen the movie several times, so I just haven't gotten around to seeing this, but I'm sure it looks fine. Everybody's such a drama queen when it comes to these 4K transfers. All right, so next we got the Blu-ray of Django Unchained, and this is actually not on 4K, and that probably needs to be rectified. I would say, this might be one of Quentin Tarantino's best movies, and it deserves an upgrade. Um, DiCaprio's great in it. Jamie Foxx is great in it. Christoph Waltz is great in it. The soundtrack's amazing, um, and it's just a good time. Good movie. All right. Hateful Eight on Blu-ray. I don't think this has a 4K either. Um, I actually have not opened this since I bought it. I bought it from a used store, but it was sealed when I bought it, and I just haven't watched this copy particular yet. So I haven't opened it, and I was saving opening it till I actually want to watch it. I would like to get there's a cut, that extended Netflix cut, um, from Sloppy Second Sales, that bootleg Blu-ray sales company, and I would like to get that just so I could have the extended cut as well, because I do like Hateful Eight. It gets kind of a bad rap as, like, I don't know, his Tarantino's slowest, or I don't know, worst movie, but I think it's pretty good, and well written. It's fun to watch once you get into it, and it is slow, but that's the point, right? All right, and finally, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood 4K. This has become my favorite Tarantino movie, and I thought maybe it was recency bias, but I, I I think it's my favorite. I even read the novelization that added a lot of, like, scenes, and added a lot of, like, context for things, and it just made the movie even better after reading the novel. So I just love this movie. I love the look of it. I love how it's 60s Hollywood, and at a kind of takes place at a turning point for movies in general, and kind of reflective of our time now with how movies are changing and the business of making movies, and um, I just like it. And Brad Pitt's, like, really cool in it, and Margot Robbie's cool in it, and Leonardo DiCaprio's cool in it, and everybody's cool in it, and everybody's just cool. And it's got Al Pacino in it. And what else? What else do I need to say? Come on. So now I'm going to talk about the films I have that he had more of he had a hand in, but not he didn't direct them necessarily. Um, but the first one is my Arrow 4K of True Romance, and if if this is a contender for favorite Tarantino movie, even though he didn't direct it, because he feels ingrained in this movie, and it feels, parts of it are autobiographical. It feels like, I mean, as opposed to, like, find a big bag of drugs and trying to sell them. I don't think Tarantino ever did that, but the Clarence character feels like Tarantino in a fantastical situation, I guess. Um, but this is a really nice set from Arrow. Maybe one of the favorite 4K or Blu-ray sets I own. I just love every piece of it. It came on a poster. It has a little booklet, and I love the artwork. It's just really well done. Next we got, I mean, Quentin Tarantino would not say he wrote this, but he did write a version of this, and it is available online. It's called Open Road. Um, Oliver Stone actually directed this, and Quentin Tarantino only has a story credit on this particular film. And so it was Open Road, and originally this movie was a script that took place in True Romance. Um, so like in True Romance, Clarence was writing a script also, like Tarantino would, and his script was Natural Born Killers, and and then eventually it just got separated, so, and then it became two separate scripts. It wasn't the script Clarence was writing in True Romance; it just became Open Road or Natural Born Killers as it became, and I prefer the Tarantino script to this. This gets a little like too Oliver Stone flourishy for me. Um, you can still see those hints of Tarantino in this, but it's really down to like minuscule amounts, and it's a lot of like really weird shit, like weird. I just don't like all the jumping around it does. Um, it's fine. I know a lot of people like this movie, and parts of it are really good, but it's it's not my favorite, and it's it just doesn't hold up to like what what that movie could have been had they kept a lot of the Tarantino elements maybe. Next we got From Dusk Till Dawn, another great one. Tarantino was actually in this one as a a supporting character. Um, he plays Seth or one of the Gecko brothers, Seth, and what the fuck's the other Gecko brother's name? I can't remember. But he plays one of the geckos. These are the Gecko boys, and they're bad little robber guys, and they'll murder and they'll steal, and then it just turns into a fucking vampire movie versus these fucking killers, these murderer guys. And I really like this movie. Robert Rodriguez directed it, who's a frequent collaborator of Tarantino, and Tarantino wrote the script. Um, this is just a great movie. I've been watching it since I was in high school, and it still holds up. I actually haven't watched it in a long time, and I probably should. Um, I was looking, and I never realized that this does not have any special features on it, really. So I think I would like to get that. There was a collector's edition, I guess a Dimension or Miramax collector's edition DVD, and it had the making of documentary and all kinds of special features. So I might want to get that back, just so I can have that shit. And last for the writing, I guess I should have put this in the director section. Fuck it, this is more collaborative. This is Four Rooms, starring Tim Roth and Tarantino. This is four short films that take place all in one night in one hotel. Hence Four Rooms. One of the and it's basically the short films are directed by um, collaborators or friends of Tarantino. Like they all came up around the same time. So Allison Anders, Alexander Rockwell, Robert Rodriguez, and Tarantino directed The Last Room, their last short film. Allison Anders, I can't remember if I've ever seen anything by her, and I think Alexander, or is it Alexandra Rockwell? I don't even know if that's a girl or a boy, but I think they directed In the Soup, maybe. Anyway, In the Soup was pretty good. If you haven't seen that, that has Steve Buscemi in it. But and we all know Robert Rodriguez probably, and obviously Quentin Tarantino. But they're all pretty good. I've actually rewatched this recently. Since I got the DVD, I found this used somewhere for like $2, so I was pretty excited to grab it. And I don't know. I don't know what else to say about Four Rooms, but I'm surprised. I don't think this is on Blu-ray. And if it is, it might be like a foreign version. But I don't know. Maybe it should be on 4K. The last film, the last film that the Tarantino one, The Man from Hollywood, is pretty entertaining. Has Bruce Willis in it, if you haven't seen it, the the bartender guy that worked in Pulp Fiction's in it. I can't remember his name right now. Black guy, and Tarantino himself. He plays like a weird, quirkier version of himself, if that's fucking believable. So next, I'm going to talk about these are like, I guess, Tarantino adjacent films that he might appear in, that he had some hand in. So I'm just going to go through those real quick. So this is a El Mariachi Desperado double feature set I have, and I may upgrade eventually. I also have Once Upon a Time in Mexico, just on standard Blu-ray, but I may want to upgrade this eventually to the Arrow release, because this is like both El Mariachi and Desperado combined on one disc, and I don't really like when they do that. I like when I I like to feel like they're not, the films aren't compressed, and I hope they didn't do that on this, because I actually haven't watched this edition since I've gotten it. Um, but I just hope I would just prefer it to be in the most pristine transfer. Next we got Sin City, and Tarantino didn't have much to do with this, but it's a lot of some frequent collaborators with Tarantino are in this. Robert Rodriguez directed the bulk of the film. Frank Miller wrote the original graphic novel of Sin City, but there is one scene that Tarantino directed, and I believe it's the one where Clive Owen's in the car with the head of Benicio del Toro, or not the head, but the whole body, I guess, the dead body head that starts talking to him. But yeah, I think Tarantino directed that scene, so I included it in this list. And if you haven't seen Sin City or Sin City: A Dame to Kill For, they're very good. I would give them a chance if I were you. Next we got Hell Ride, which I had never seen before until recently, but I always wanted to. It has not great reviews. I actually enjoyed it. It's it's from that same era when Tarantino was making Grindhouse. This is very like an exploitation biker film. It's directed by Larry Bishop and stars Larry Bishop. It has Michael Madsen in it. If you don't remember, Larry Bishop is the strip club owner in Kill Bill Volume 2, who makes Michael Madsen take off his fucking hat. And this is better than I anticipated. Um, and I enjoyed it quite a bit, but I tend to lean towards exploitation films. So anything that acts like an exploitation film, I tend to like. All right. And Tarantino did not have anything to do with this, other than um, it was a part of I guess, the Canadian release of Grindhouse. So Hobo with a Shotgun was, well, back up. The Grindhouse had fake trailers interlaced throughout, um, and Hobo with a Shotgun was, I guess, a contest winner for a fake trailer made by someone, um, and then they eventually turned it into a whole movie. And this movie is fucking crazy. I like it quite a bit. I hope to make a movie like it one day. Next, we got the original Inglorious Bastards, and I have actually never seen this, and the reason I bought it is because Tarantino actually has a feature-length commentary on it, and I was interested in seeing that. It's got Fred Williamson and Bo Svensson. Um, but I was interested to see what Tarantino says throughout the the course of the runtime, and I don't know how bad could it be? A '70s low budget action movie named Inglorious Bastards. Like, come on. I mean, it must be pretty good if Tarantino named his own movie after it in some way. All right. next we got Tarantino. I want to actually collect all these, but some of them are quite expensive. And this is back in the day. Tarantino had I guess, a DVD distribution company called Rolling Thunder. What is it? Rolling Thunder Pictures, which is based on I guess the title's based on one of Tarantino's favorite movies, Rolling Thunder, which I also recommend. But so Rolling Thunder Pictures was putting out these DVDs. They all had this Tarantino face, like the endorsement of Quentin Tarantino. But this is Jack Hill's uh, Switchblade Sisters from, I think, 1975. Um, it's about a gang of little badass girls doing gang shit, and it's a good movie. Jack Hill was actually in Atlanta a few months ago, and I wished I had known because I didn't find out till the day of. And if I would have known, I would have tried to get there and get him to sign this. But yeah, I wish I could get all these like Tarantino Presents DVDs. There's a Chungking Express one, and what are Miss Mighty Peking Man and Detroit 9000. But yeah, Detroit 9000 and Mighty Peking Man, they're all pretty expensive. Like last I looked, I think they were like 50 something bucks on eBay, and I just can't spend that. All right, so next we got Sukiyaki Western Django, which is another line in the Django films, um, like an offshoot of the Django idea. But sukiyaki actually means spaghetti, so this spaghetti Western Django. Um, but it's like a Japanese samurai spaghetti Western film. Tarantino's actually in it. I have not seen this in a really long time. Probably since it was originally released on DVD. And but I picked it up. Eventually, I'll watch it again. But I remember it being cool, very stylistic, and I don't know, worth having. And finally, what do we got here? So this is Roger Avery's first film, I believe, Killing Zoe. And I used to always call it Killing Zoe. And then I heard their Video Archives podcast, and he called it Killing Zoe when he was referencing one time. So then I felt really dumb. But this is a pretty good movie, shot in Amsterdam, I believe, and around the same time as Pulp Fiction was popping off. Um, it stars Eric Stoltz, who was also in Pulp Fiction, and it's a really good movie, gritty crime movie that has a lot of great elements to it. I don't think this is on Blu-ray. That's why I just have this artisan DVD of it. Um, but pretty cool. Um, so what do you guys think? What do you think of my collection? What should I add? Should I add stuff? Um, there are some things that I wish I did have. For instance, the From Dusk Till Dawn DVD. There's just some little holes I want to fill in with like Tarantino, and eventually I would like to get them all on 4K. Um, but that's it. That's all I got, guys. That's all I got for you. Um, what do you think of my collection? Is it good? Am I a good person now that I have that collection? I don't know. I don't know. Like and subscribe.